Hello, this is lesson number 8. Welcome back. Today's lesson is about developing your own life, how we influence our lives. Obviously, we've talked about habits before, but this is talking more about how our personality self decisions are based in the past. Soul self decisions are based in this moment. That's the premise for all this work. The real difference between you and me is just the space that we're occupying. There's no woo-woo difference between you and I. It's just the manifestation that I've created for me and the manifestation that you and your higher powers have created for you. But it's just the space that we're in, the energy that we're in. That's mainly what the difference is. I'm not superior to you, and you aren't superior to me. We're just in different spaces. We house the same light or energy, vibration. All of those words are quite acceptable. So when we're housing something, what that means to me is that it's inside of me. I can't see it. I can't see the energies around me, but sometimes I can feel them, or I know. I have this knowingness, and that's something that you'll be able to develop, is the knowingness that your source is always with you, that you're never disconnected. Again, like in the last talk we talked about, our awareness of the connection can wax and wane. But the connection itself is solid. It's always there. And it's there for us day and night. So as we create our lives, think of it this way. Smoke. When you see smoke, we'll pretend that that's our life. Okay, smoke floating around you. And you can take your hand and give it a curl, give it a whiff. And you'll see a pattern develop. And as an observer, you see this pattern in the smoke. You're not able to determine the next pattern. You're only seeing one pattern. If you do your hand in the smoke again, there's another pattern, but it's going to be different than the first pattern. Every time you do something, maybe you do it this way this time, or maybe you blow. I mean, you can do a myriad of things to modify the smoke, which is symbolized as your life, and it will, the momentum of your hand whiffed, I guess that's a good word, wafting, whatever, the momentum of your energy into the smoke has a momentum. The motion of your wafting has a momentum. I think that's what I meant to say. So, in the big picture, you have smoke, let's say smoke, with all these wafts of patterns in it, and you cannot guess what the next pattern is going to be. There's no way for you and I to look at our lives and know for sure what our next experience will be, what our next adventure will be, what our next challenge will be. Because our life isn't set in stones. Our life path, it wasn't created. There's no puppeteer telling me, when you come to earth, you will do this. It's, I was set here, the energies were wafted, and then I chose to continue those energies as I saw fit. Day in, day out with my personality self, creating, enjoying, living, and hopefully loving. It's just that now I've decided I want more. I want to engage more thoughtfully with my wafts, with my creations, with my ability to be still and look at a part of my life that I don't appreciate anymore. I want more joy in my life and peace. Peaceful thoughts, peace-filled wafting. Yeah, we'll say it that way. If you look at how you create your life and see patterns, that's a good thing. If they're joy-filled patterns, excellent. If they're stressed patterns, excellent. Now, I'm giving the same inflection for both of those situations because I want you to see how much of a creator you are. You have created this life, this love. And it's up to you to continue patterns that bring you joy, bring you inner peace. Your life is determined by many different things. Our education, our vocation, where we choose to live, how we choose to live, our family, our extended family, the types of hobbies that we have. All of these influence our pattern. And I think what we need to decide is that when we sit down and when we look at the choices, our life path choices, how we have developed our lives in the past, we need to understand that we have complete influence over it. Now, I'm not saying you change what's already happened. I'm saying that you can look at a part of your life. Again, we're babies at this, so don't pick a big thing. Pick something little and see how you can influence that part of your life in a more joy-filled way. Have some experiences that are joy-filled and successful, and that will motivate your personality self. Get it on board with this whole endeavor that we're on. If you pick something too difficult, you may not have immediate success, or at least success that you've noticed, which may disappoint your personality self, and you decide to stop. And that's an option, obviously. So what I'm saying is find something that is in your life that you feel does not bring you joy. Maybe it's an activity. Maybe certain types of books you read, certain programs on the TV, certain people that you hang with. Find something that's, you can chew on and observe it. Observe the choices that you're making that develop your life. Look at the choices and say, okay, so I no longer feel joy with this activity, X. Now, X is bringing me down. I don't feel peace when I'm doing X. So, what are my options? So there's a few ways to do this. You can sit down and do all this by yourself, fine. Or you can call in your higher power to do that with you. And by doing that, you have a lot more options brought into your awareness. It's not that your higher power creates options. It's that your higher power and you, by sitting down and taking a nice deep breath, you're able to see things more clearly. You're able to grasp new ideas that if you hadn't made that connection, you may have been too busy in the head to find. The more you rely on guidance from your higher self, or nudges, that's what I have, nudges, try this, try that, the more peace-filled choices you're going to make. Nobody makes these choices for us. We do it for ourselves. And a lot of people, you'll talk to friends that think, well, this person did this to me, and ever since then I've been this way. Well, that's a way to exist. But if you truly want to look at your life path, your developing life, look at it honestly with guidance and say, I don't want to be a victim of this anymore. I don't want to do this activity that brings me stress, chaos, whatever it is that you have chosen, you, not me, you have chosen, and you no longer appreciate it. What are some of the alternatives? There's a plethora of alternatives. It's not that there's only one right answer. And the answer for you watching this video may be different from your friend that watches this video. So even if you choose the same task, I want to change X, your path to that will be very different than your friend. And that's good. We all have a different energy to bring to the table. And from that energy, we create choices. Now we have to know and we have to trust that we can release old habits. It isn't easy. We spent years creating them, so it isn't something that you just do overnight. But trust in your heart that you're worthy of change, that you are special, that you do have the skills and the integrity to do these changes that bring you inner peace. You are all powerful. And we forget that day in and day out. We just go with whatever energy of chaos is around us, and we just get sucked into this and sucked into that. When you feel that there's something in your life that isn't bringing you joy, it is your responsibility to sit down with it and talk to it. And I don't mean talk, I mean think about it. Just get to know it. Figure out why you have it and go, well, I did join that bandwagon years ago, but it just doesn't fill my love bucket anymore. And I want to fill my love bucket with joyful things. I think surrounding yourself with the guidance of your higher self, asking for help when you need it. Again, if you ask for help, you need to get still so that you can hear, so that you can know. And that sometimes it's a natural knowingness. All of a sudden you just get this idea in your head and you go, oh, wouldn't have thought of that. That's how it happens to me a lot. I'll ask for help and all of a sudden I just go, oh, well, I really knew that, didn't I? So really, the choices that we make don't have to be outlandish. We just want to nudge our path a little. Don't do big 90-degree turns. It's just so difficult. Do baby steps. Take that one thing that you have selected and watch your success develop. Your personality, self, and ego will get motivated and get on board and go, wow, this is kind of fun. Look what we've done. We have shifted that habit, nudged it just a little, and now we're so much more joy-filled. Let's find another area. So that's how you want to do this. Love yourself as you do it. You are your own best friend. No one else can do this for you. Now, there was some music I was listening to yesterday from YouTube, and it's free, so you can just listen to it. Lauren Daigle is a Christian singer-songwriter. Some of her music is so powerful. So that's one of my personal uplifting ideas, is that I listen to music, different genres, obviously. I listen to chants, I listen to Christian music, I listen to it all. Anything that makes me feel uplifted, I know is communicating with me in the way I choose. Love and light to your path. I do hope that you are enjoying these. Comments are always welcomed in the little part below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.